I'm in my zone.
Hey, it's Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm bringing you guys a first impressions of the Ghost Recon Future Soldier beta that released in the PlayStation Store a couple days ago. Now, I actually paid for the PlayStation Plus membership just for this beta. I think it was $18 for 3 months. That's how much I actually wanted to play this game and how much I wanted to show it to you guys. And it actually, for whatever reason, wasn't working until today, which kind of goes in line with other things that have went on with this game, which actually I want to talk about that first before I even begin to discuss the game itself. This is actually, I think, the longest I've ever waited for a game to release. It was first announced in 2009, and it was originally titled Ghost Recon Predator, and then it was changed to Future Soldier, I think, in December of 2009. Now, the funny thing about this game is it was actually targeted to release in 2009, then it was delayed till 2010. Then I really thought it was actually going to release in March of 2011. If I remember correctly, my local GameStop had advertisements like posters and all sorts of stuff up for the game around that time. And then somehow, some way, for whatever reason, it was pushed back an entire year. And supposedly it's going to be releasing next month, but who knows at this point. But the fiasco actually doesn't stop there. The PC version of this game was canceled in December of last year, and then the very next month in January they re-announced that they were going to release the PC version along with the consoles. Now finally, for the last kick in the pants, they pushed the PC version back a full month behind the PS3 release according to its Wikipedia release date. It's almost like they got some guy blindfolded opening up an entire year's calendar and just slamming his finger down on some random date and saying that one. I mean, it really makes you wonder what these guys are doing over there. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to show you guys a 1-minute clip without commentary. It's just going to be 1 minute of straight gameplay so that you can actually hear the game, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the actual game itself here in just a moment.
I'm in trouble. Give me a hand here. Bring out.
Enemy HVT neutralized. The HVT is down. Good job.
I need a medic. I'm down.
Marking a hostile EMP generator. Plan to charge and destroy it.
And I'm back. So for starters, the thing that I most enjoyed about this game is the customization of the weapons. It reminded me a lot of Army of Two's weapon customization system. I'd have to think that unlocking the better weapons and then playing online to upgrade the parts, change the paint, and really just style the weapon the way that you want seems like the one thing that's going to set this game apart from some of the other online shooters out there. But I'll have to say, for the game to have been in development for this long, I was sort of expecting to just be completely blown away and see something new for the first time. And I just didn't walk away from this game with that feeling. I remember the first time I played Battlefield 3's beta and I got to see that game's graphics engine and its physics in motion, and I was impressed with certain specific things about that game, and Ghost Recon really didn't trigger that same response. But I'm not saying this is a bad game in any way. It just didn't have that same wow factor for me playing it for the first time as I've had with other games. As far as the gunplay, it's rather hard to judge that this early in the game because the bare bones starting weapons that you have when you first start off, I think I'd have to get a few levels and unlock some of the better weapons and the attachments before I could really make a judgment call on the actual gunplay. Now, the two maps in the beta are complete opposites of each other, which is a pretty good thing because you get to see both spectrums of this game. One is a more wooded forest area that encourages more camping from my experience playing it. At least that's how, in the 5 games I played, that's how most of the people in there played. While the other one is more opened up. It's a 2-level city that I got to see more Call of Duty style run and gunning. Unfortunately, the beta only has one mode, so it's rather hard to tell how this game will actually flow when you play online, if it's just going to be a camp fest or if it's going to be run and gun like Call of Duty, is kind of hard to tell without seeing some of the other modes that it has. I did notice a lot of technical issues and lag in the few games that I played. I had the sound get stuck in a loop of bullet sound effects. I had the frame rate drop several times. I saw some people skipping around, saw some textures popping, which on one hand, Battlefield 3 pretty much had the same sort of issues, if not more, and for the most part they got worked out after that game's release. But on the other hand, they have been developing this game for a pretty long time, so it's kind of surprising to see that many issues. Now, I was originally dead set on picking this game up and covering it extensively with online gameplay videos, but now I'm not 100% sure. I played about 5 or 6 matches today, and I did pretty well in all but one of them. And even though I haven't played any shooters online regularly in a long time, I just don't have that same urge to play competitively anymore and to end up just mindlessly running around shooting people. I know Dragon's Dogma and 4 or 5 other titles are supposed to release the same day as Ghost Recon, so I haven't quite made up my mind on what I'm going to be covering, but I know I won't be doing 2 games on one release anymore. I learned my lesson from doing that a few times. I've decided to try to avoid that. But when it gets closer to release, I'm sure I'll let you guys know one way or another. In the meantime, I'm probably not going to upload anything tomorrow, but this weekend I'm going to get back on the beta. I'll try to record some matches. Should be interesting at that point, since most likely everybody's going to be max level with all the unlocks, I would imagine. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. This is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and thanks for stopping by.